Continuing in Descartes' discourse on method using the Hackett edition here, we come to just one paragraph for this video, and it's about epistemology. So I'll try to not endlessly go into all the backstory and all the context. Watch the earlier videos in this series if you want that. Descartes employing his method of doubt. We're in part 4 of the discourse. He's employing his method of doubt, and the method is doubt, but its purpose is certainty. And Descartes has just discovered the new foundation for knowledge. I think, therefore I am. Cogito, ergo sum. And he's just spent one paragraph, and that was the subject of the last video, reflecting on this principle and its metaphysics, reasoning that I can imagine myself existing without a body, and therefore I can exist without a body. I cannot imagine myself existing without a mind. I can imagine myself existing without anything except the mind. And I can't imagine myself existing without the mind. Therefore, the mind is something I cannot exist without, and everything else is something I can exist without. What you can imagine is a good guide to what is possible, is one principle he's working with here. And that tells me that what I am is essentially mind, not body. That's the last paragraph, the last video, the metaphysics. So now he's going to reflect on, I think, therefore I am, epistemologically, not metaphysically. Meaning he's going to study knowledge. For a moment he was studying reality, the nature of reality. That's a branch of philosophy we call metaphysics. That was the last video, that was the last paragraph. That was when he's thinking about how he's a mind and not a body. Now he's going to study epistemology for a paragraph. Epistemology is the study of knowledge. What is knowledge? How can we get it? That sort of thing. So this paragraph is, after this I considered in general what is needed for a proposition to be true and certain. For since I had just found one of them that I knew to be such, I thought I also ought to know in what this certitude consists. He's found one true statement. I think, therefore I am. Or rather, he's found one statement that is 100% guaranteed to be true, 100% certain, and it's the statement, I think, therefore I am. So he wants to look at it to find out, if this is certain, how do I know it's certain? No, let me rephrase that. This is the one certain statement of all the possible statements in existence. This is the only thing that's 100% certain. So I can look at that statement to find out what actually makes a belief 100% certain. And having noticed that there is nothing at all in this, I think, therefore I am, that assures me that I am speaking the truth, except that I see very clearly that in order to think it is necessary to exist, I judge that I could take as a general rule that the things we can see very clearly and very distinctly are all true, and that there's merely some difficulty in properly discerning which are those that we distinctly conceive. So there actually is some difficulty in knowing which of our beliefs, or which propositions, which statements, which claims, which sentences can be very clearly and distinctly conceived. But he's still able to posit as a general rule, looking at this one instance of certainty, perfect certainty, that since its certainty consists only in the very clear and distinct conception of it, clarity and distinctness in our understanding of a proposition indicates that it is true. And I don't think we should say a clear and distinct understanding of what the proposition means. I mean, I can have a very clear and distinct proposition, a very clear and distinct comprehension of the proposition that there is a blue pen sitting on my desk in my right hand. I understand that proposition clearly and distinctly, very clearly, very distinctly. That doesn't mean it's true. Actually, there was a red pen sitting in that location. So that proposition was false, but I clearly and distinctly understood it. I think we should probably read Descartes as saying the clarity and distinctness pertains to just thinking about the proposition and knowing that it's true. You might prefer to say it's a self-evident proposition. That probably captures the general idea fairly well. Note that he doesn't say, I clearly and distinctly understand the meaning of the words. No, he says, I see very clearly that in order to think it is necessary to exist. In other words, he looks at the proposition and he knows just by looking at it that it's true. When you can look at a proposition and know just by looking at it that it's true, and you know that very clearly and very distinctly, as to the proposition, I think, therefore I am, that's an indicator of truth. In fact, that's a guarantee of truth. This is a new criterion Descartes is positing for knowing what is certain. What is certain is a proposition whose truth is evident just by whose truth is very clear and very distinct just by thinking about the proposition itself. All right, that was a bit of epistemology from Descartes. We'll proceed with more of the method of doubt in the next video. Thanks for watching.